a star, you can't stop my shine. I'm Bobby Cloud.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Week 6 Turn on the Jets TV. Coming off a tough Monday night loss to Miami. The Jets fell 3-2 this week, as you can tell by my slightly somber mood, which obviously I'm not going to be as excited as I was after a 3-0 start, after 2 losses. But, I think a key thing here is to try to keep things in perspective. After the Jets-Dolphin game, you go on a lot of Jets message boards and other Jet bloggers and other Jets writers, and it's like everybody's ready to throw away the first 3 games of the season because of one game. When I look at the Jets defense, something I wrote this week is that you can't look at the exception, you have to look at the rule. And you don't throw out 4 quality efforts against, an offense like New England, against an offense like New Orleans, because of one bad effort against Miami. And it was a bad effort. Don't be mistaken. I don't care, if you think Miami's offense is a college, gimmick offense. It works, and it certainly worked against the Jets' defense, and they ran the ball up and down the field on them. The Jets' offense played great on Monday night. They drove down the field twice in the fourth quarter, gave them the lead, and, defense let them down. 5 minutes ago in the game, the Jets are up by 3. Miami's getting the ball back. If the Jets want to be an elite defense, and they talk like they're an elite defense, and they played like they were an elite defense for the first 4 weeks of the year, you got to get a stop in that situation. You want to be in that situation because you think your defense is your stronger unit. I don't think there's a lack of talent in this defense. I think there's plenty of talent. I think Rex Ryan is a good coach. I just think, maybe the team came out a little relaxed, maybe reading their press clippings a little too much, or maybe just, wasn't that prepared against the Wildcat, which I find hard to believe because you know what Miami is going to do. I think in reality, you just saw the Jets defense pushed around a little bit. I think they were tired. It was a very concerning effort, but again, it was one game. And I'm not going to, jump off the Jets bandwagon, jump off the Jets defensive bandwagon because of 1 week. I still think they're a very good defense, and I think they'll prove that the rest of the year. They got outplayed for one night. They're 3-2. They're still in first place, though. They could be in a much worse situation. Offensively, you saw what you wanted to see from Mark Sanchez. I understand if you look at his numbers, 12 to 24, 170 yards and a touchdown. It doesn't really jump off the page. However, he didn't turn the ball over. And he pushed the ball down the field real well. Hit David Clowney on a 53-yard gain. It was a beautiful throw. Showed a lot of confidence in Braylon Edwards, throwing him in double coverage, and Edwards rewarded him by making a ridiculous catch that really should have been a touchdown. He ended up getting ruled out at the 1-yard line, but Thomas Jones scored the next play anyway. But, you got to be excited about where the Jets' offense could be headed with Edwards. Contry's not 100%. I think it'll be smart for the Jets to probably rest him this week because he's nursing a hamstring injury, and the only thing that cures that is time. There's no reason for him to be playing at 80% the rest of the year. Let him sit out a week, let him get fully recovered, then bring him back. Because I got to tell you, Contry was playing like a legit number 1 receiver before the Jets brought Edwards in. And Edwards, if he's going to play like he did against Miami the rest of the year, the Jets have 2 legitimate number 1 receivers, and that's a problem for defenses to deal with. The offensive running game, it's really not where you want it to be yet. Thomas Jones just looks a step slow. I don't know if it's his age, I don't know what it is, but he doesn't have that same pop through the hole that he did last year. He's still been pretty good on the goal line, and he still has value to this team, but he's got to do better than the 3.7 yards a carry he's been doing. Leon Washington's, I think he's at like 4.1 yards a carry right now, which is fine. He's been good, but hasn't really been the explosive playmaker that he was last year. He doesn't have an offensive play of over 20 yards yet, and that's a problem. However, I think this Jets offense is only going to get better as the year goes on, as Edwards gets more chemistry with Sanchez, as Sanchez matures in this offense, Contry comes back healthy. Now you're seeing Clowney and Brad Smith and Sean Green slowly starting to become bigger parts of this offense. I think by the end of the year, the Jets could have one of the better offenses in the league, especially this year and then moving forward for the next few years because they're pretty young in a lot of key positions. When you look towards next week. We got a lot of people look at this part of the Jets' schedule against the Bills and the Raiders, and you just kind of pencil in victories. Obviously, you can't afford to do that in the National Football League, but we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back and talk a little Jets-Bills.
All right, I'm here in Joe's room. Listen, every week before we film the show, he always asks me for like a minute to prep for the show, and I have no idea what he does. So I'm here to figure it out. Okay, stay.
I need a minute. You're right. I need a minute. I just need a minute to get ready. 1 minute and I'll be ready. All right, let's go.